Yeah, it's fine. It's cool how I can see you too. Like there's a video camera. Was it hard to set this up? Yeah, cool. My microphone's fucking too loud. My microphone's fucking too loud. It's my I'm still looping, dude. Eh? It's my I'm still looping, dude. Eh? And my mic is too loud. And my mic is too loud. Yep. From the stream, I can see everything, dude. It, sweet as. No reference exceptions, man. That's my life. No reference exceptions, man. That's my life. You got 7 people watching, man. You got 7 people watching. How have you got 7 people watching when you haven't even given a link out? How have you got 7 people watching when you haven't even given a link out? Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That's- Oh, you're making a game. Oh, you live streaming your game. Cool. Oh, you're making a game. Oh, you live streaming your game. Cool. This is cool. Holy shit, man. Look at the amount of folders you got going. Huh? Holy shit. Look at the amount of folders you got going. McCannum, you've been learning that too, buddy. McCannum, you've been learning that too, buddy. Community. Yeah, it's free. Yeah, it's free. Oh, you got 10 people watching now. Ooh. How do you see them? I. How do you see them? I. You go up to oh, where is it? Preferences in edit, and then external tools. Where's the chat? It's down the bottom. Is it? You got log. Oh, you must have to log in. Good to see you cleaned your unit, buddy. Rip. All right, I'm just gonna. Yeah, man. Here we go. I'm Tesla's ghost anyway, dude. Got my kill.
Alrighty, how's that? Can you hear me now? Yeah, sweet, sweet. Um, yes, but I'm just starting up the client. So I'll show you guys what I'm about to build. Okay, so this is our game. So the idea is like you buy monsters and it's your source of income. So every month you buy increases your income. And then the monsters you buy goes to the enemy side, but because this is like debug mode, I'm just going to, the monsters will spawn on my side. We just gotta wait till that gets to 0. The idea is now, what I'll do is build a queue. So at the moment we only have one queue for the team, and when monsters are, when teammates add to the queue, it kind of just stacks up. So what I'll do is I'll probably add a queue for each player and customize the queue a little bit. Yes, here comes the monster now. Yeah, and that purple stuff is the time it takes for them to spawn. Okay, so we're not really sure how to do the queue at the moment either. Whether we should have the monsters take time to spawn. The player can do whatever they want, actually. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Alt server. Oops. Sport manager. So yeah. Update which part? Okay.
How's this, man?
Yeah, that's better. Nice.
Yeah, it's a brand new mic.
Oh. It's white space. So yeah, we have 2 queues at the moment, and monsters are just spawning for a delay each time, and it's a team. Skype's awesome. So I'm probably going to take what we got here and work with it a little bit. So I'm going to make a new directory to do all this in, and I'll call it, we'll just call it queue. And let's go and add so we're gonna make monster. We'll make a queue manager. Cool. Okay, so what will the queue manager have? So I'm just kind of ideating the structure of the queue at the moment and how it's going to run. So I'll need a parent which will handle all the containers for the queues themselves, and then I have to decide on how the queue will work. So to begin with, I might not even make it a queue, but rather than just a list of things that take a certain amount of time to spawn. So then, and then each player will have their own list. So what I might do is make a make this list object here now. Call it player queue. Player monster. Player spawn list. That's a pretty good description, I guess. And let's make it numerable. Oh, what are we gonna have? We're gonna have I think it'll be a purchasable item, so that things that the monsters that you buy in the shop. Purchasable monster. Yeah, cool. So I'm pretty sure that's what we'll add to the queue.
Oh, the white space, man.
Where is it?
Oh, down the bottom there, man. It's all good.
I don't have any white space. What are you talking about?
No, it was a different class. It's all good.
This one?
It was in a different class.
Okay, so let's put a purchasable monster and import that. And then we also want to add these functions. So that's just the default Haelroth interface. And now we want a list. Purchasable item. Monster. Monsters. I've written some C# for a few days, just in PHP, so we're gonna get used to it again. Okay, and then this would just be the monsters dot get enumerator. Why is that? Oh, whoops, sorry. Of course. And this is just return get enumerator. Cool. So that's out of the way. We can push that out of the way. So what we'll probably do is we'll have this list. We'll use it to handle all the asynchronous spawning. So the way it's going to work is 5 monsters in this list will all spawn at the same time, but they have a countdown time until they spawn. So if the monster takes 5 seconds to spawn, add it to the list and then it'll count down when it gets to 0 or spawn. So and it can have as many monsters in there as you like, I think. Although let's make a limit.
Everything changes.
Then let's just a default constructor, and now let's have our handle method. This is going to be what is it? 3, yeah. So use to count down and spawn monsters. Cool. And now we can have so we'll have 2 more functions. So this one will be, oops, PHP, my bad. Counts down all the monsters in the list, depending on when it first ran. So now we've got to decide if this is going to be yeah, put it on the same thread as the main Unity one. The only reason being is like, if I don't put it on the same thread, then I can't use time.delta time. Just see. Yeah, cool. Okay. So, and then in here, this one will be. Oops. That's all available monsters to spawn. Oops, let's add a bit more. We checked if the monster can spawn. Okay. So, so now we need, because now we've got the monsters, now we'll also need timer. And this timer object will probably be instantiated as a float. Yeah, so let's make this like a key value pair. And let's have a float. Oh, let's have that is the key. The next one is a float. Oops. Cool. That way, they're associated to each other. We also need a add method, which will add a purchasable monster to the list. What? Cool. And the way this will work is what we'll do is you need to get the monster comes with a have a spawn queue time? Yeah, queue time. That's how long it takes for it to spawn. And the monster also has what's that, a entity. Yeah. And that, so this is the thing that's actually being spawned, and this is how long it takes for it to spawn. That's all been previously built in another class, we don't need to worry about that. So now we, this method's pretty simple. What we have to do is add monsters to add new key value pair, monster, and then monster dot why don't you like that? Oh, sorry, of course, it's the definition of that. First one wants to float. Cool, so here we've been monster. Cool. And that this is going to represent the countdown timer that we got. And now in here, let's purchase a monster. Yeah, so reach.
Sorry about the cough.
Oh, you better be, man. Okay, so for each key value, oh yeah, so it's for each pair in monsters. C sharp is C sharp swag. Almost as swag as PHP. No, they're doing just as good actually. I like them all. If pair dot value is less than or equal to 0, so if the countdown has hit 0.
I only just worked out that TRJ Stewart's Tyler.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ninja emoticon, love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Temp and pair dot key. Cool. And temp. I think that's your username, man. I don't think you can actually change that.
I entered mine in.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. You logged in though?
It said enter a name and then log in through Facebook.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
So... I will... Rip. It's 21. How you feel? Upside down, mate. What do you have Java? What kind of Java? This. Bag. Now we need to count down as well, but we need to work out. Yeah. I need to decide on whether if I'm going to do it on the same thread, then I need to give it. I probably need to give it the number and floats since the last execution. So let's put that in here. Let's put that in seconds. And then go countdown, last, exact second, and then we want to get available, and then for each, actually we could actually and available like that instead. Just backspace that. Cool. And then so now we need to spawn the monster here. We'll have to get back to that later. And actually keep that. What are you doing? Sharp, okay, cool. Yeah, so we need to count down all the monsters, value 0. So let's just go for each. Var pair in monsters. Pair dot value take equals fast x. Is that a read only? Oh, rip. You're kidding me. Must change dot types. see if I can just I'm just gonna make a new structure. Vegetable monster. Get set, and then note. Get set. Oops. Let's just do it like this, and that way we can put down. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure.
Into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.
Okay, I'm gonna make that public. And we just make this, might make it private. So it's just a little container class, I guess. And then we can just add that. Yeah. Sweet. And then we can go. Let's just call it temp. Temp is pretty nice. Oops, why is it the temp dot title? See, why is it? Modify members of temp because it is a for each iteration variable. That's a interesting one. Do I have to do this? Monsters. Can't remember the name of the monsters yet. Let me just quickly Google. Let's get there. Actually, I think I can just go to the square brackets, can't I? Nope.
I know, man, you're a god compared to me, so I wouldn't know.
It is not a variable. We just get item at index shop. Yeah, this is just square brackets. Monsters. I modify the return value because it is not a variable. it might be struck, but I'm not sure. Weird. So I imagine that if I was to just go... No, okay. So that's our countdown then. So now... 10... Timer, less than equal to... Of course. Let's rename it to list. List. Temp.monster. Cool. Okay. I'm thinking, this might have to... I'll get that to return a list. Yeah, that way I can, just return available for our list item. So now we've got our... Okay. Yeah, so let's just for each monsters. We just need to return the actual powder school monster instead of that. Structure I created. There we go. Cool. Add. Okay. So I just thought of a scenario where adding a monster to the queue. Yeah, so I think we need somehow to remove the monster from queue, but we may need to give the values an ID. This can just be a temporary thing. Yeah, I need the instance. Just make an index value, because we'll need it for later on. So we'll have an index of and then remove value. So index of. Oh no, we won't need that. We need an ID. Yeah. It also need to remove. How are we going to do that? So we need to get the monster dot remove monsters rename that to index. Copy array, list, cool. This is if they want to cancel a monster that's in queue. Cool. So now we've got the list. Now what we need is we need a list of lists. But it could be defined by dictionary. And the list is going to be associated to a player. So we put a player player object. Yeah, we use the player object and then we can use our players for it's just a collection. Cool. So player object is just what the server has of the player starter. This is an accessible on the client side, so all these queue classes will be only run on the server, because it is an authoritarian server. So the queue manager, public void register. So when a player logs in, we will probably need to create a queue for them. I'm just wondering. So I'm wondering whether this class should just be a class or whether it should go on prefab. Yeah, I think I might put it on prefab. So the one we got already is called Spawn Manager. It is a prefab. Okay, so it is a prefab. Yeah, so we'll have the same thing for the Spawn Manager. We'll worry about that later. So let's just go back to the queue manager. We'll add the register command and so registers the player into the queue. Creates a queue for the player. So first off, we need to check if the queue exists. So we'll make another handy function for this. Has sorry, player object. Player reached var pair in collection. player. So comparing the player objects. Yeah, now let's put brackets. So and then just return false. I'm just gonna check that a collection doesn't have keys. It's something. Okay, there we go. Got contains key. Easy.
Dude, I might head off. I'm gonna do some my own dev work.
Yeah, alright, no worries.
But cheers, buddy. It's been good.
Yeah, see ya.
I'll-
See you later, guys.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Bye. Check see if the player already has a queue list. If not, has player collection dot add player and then new queue player spawn. See you later. Okay. Now we also need to remove when they log out. And we also need a get. What I do is just make it so it doesn't throw an exception if the player object doesn't exist. So we can just go player spawn list. Make it equal to null. And then collection try to get value player out list. And then if this occurs, we could actually do that. Just return list and then return null. It doesn't work. Of course, there we go. It's public as well. Gets the player list. Now, to remove is collection. Player. I think it's a bool, yeah. Cool. So we don't need to do anything with that. And now we also need a handle method. And this method is to call the handle methods of all other all the spawn lists. So, and then what this is going to do is actually we have to have an handle, because if we put it on, I'm pretty sure as a bolt prefab, we can I'm pretty sure this comes with all its emails. Yeah, it comes with the default behaviors, which are, you know, the style and the update. So we can just go to start, and this in here we can create coroutine. It's a competitive. If I have it still up, let me look. Yeah, cool. It's all going. So it's just a basically a survival hero game. And the objective is to set enemies to the other side, so you buy monsters, and so this is just debug mode, so the monsters will spawn on my side, but ideally we'll have the enemy team over there, and you send monsters to them to try and kill them. That's and at the moment I'm making a queue, a little bit more advanced queue than what we currently have. At the moment we just have like I guess first in, first out. Wait, is that how it is? FIFO? Yeah, FIFO. Yeah. Kind of queue, which is for the whole team, but at the moment I'm making it for the individual player. So each player can, and I'm kind of getting rid of the queue so that they spawn, each monster counts down as well. So when it hits 0, they'll spawn rather than being in a queue. So you can have as many going as you want, like asynchronously. Yeah. So. Yeah, okay. Cool. So let's start a coroutine. And let's just call handle. And this coroutine's basically, so while true, it's going to call all the other player queues and see if there's anything to spawn, and if there is, it's going to spawn them. So I'm making a coroutine because I'm gonna have to change the return type as well. Let me just put a reference. I'm gonna have to, yeah. Cool. Why is that not? Okay. Cool. Yeah, just so it doesn't run every single frame, which will cause everything to slow down. So let's just put it this way, and that way it will reduce the load of the server. So now all we need to do is look through collection. So handle. And in here we have to put the time it took between the last run. So what I might do is just a stopwatch. Nope. C# stopwatch, what is that? Lowercase w? Yeah, there we go. Cool. So if watch dot is running. Cool. So I'm only going to do this after I've already started it, and I'm going to start it back here so that it I'm recording how long the interval was that it had to stop for. So we need to do that here. Always put that's in seconds, I think, or what was it? Let's just do that. Cool. Then here we'll put in the time since last. So now that's going to subtract that time off all the monsters in queue, and it will give us the purposeful item that had been. So this will return a monster once it's ready to spawn. So for each collection, and we've got a monster now, so now we just have to spawn it on the right side. And in order to do that, let's just add some comments. Do for every player. For each monster that is ready to spawn. And then we were just going to go do, so now we need to just make that, we need to make that in the right spot. So let's just go back to the previous version. Now we can just copy these. So we'll use these in the new version as well. And they just are giving indications for where to spawn the monster. And they are a random position. So there's 3 spawners on the field, and it's going to spawn at a random one of them. Okay. So this is the method that we also need. It's going to give us the location. Why is that error? Oh, the namespace. My bad. Cool. So 14.1, 14.2. Location. What we can do is we could probably instead of move everything into this one, we could move everything over back into that one. Although okay. Yeah, no, I won't do that because it's a kind of a different functionality. This one's asynchronous, that one's not, so we'll just keep them separate. Okay. So we just have to get some common data between the two, which is this stuff. What I might be able to do. Spawn manager. And let's make these accessible. Team 1. Public game object. It's a game object array, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So we make it 2-dimensional array that'll work. Get spawn animations. Cool. So if we just now return new game object. Cool. And then we can access those in our other class, which is here. So because it's a whatchamacallit, singleton is the one. we can just call it through the instance property, which I'll get to in a sec. Okay. Alrighty. Oops. What am I doing? Public void set spawns. It's a little bit messy what I'm doing in the moment. It can be fixed after I've built it. But let's continue. So spawn manager, instance, get spawn locations, team 1 wants to spawn is equal to objects 0. Cool. Cool. Spawn team 1, spawn for team 2. And get location. This is all just the common functionality we're using at the moment. Purchasable. I guess we need to work out who was purchased by now. Actually, no, we don't. Sorry, we got the pair key. So the pair key is the player object that bought the monsters. So we have the team here. So our other team is equal to that's 1 and 2 else 1, and then bar location is equal to get location of the team. Alrighty. And now we just need to instantiate, actually Bolt network, sorry. So I'm using Photon Bolt for our networking. It's been a good experience so far. Sorry, purchasable entity ID. And that's going to give us a monster. And the monster okay. Monster transform position is equal to location. Slash get vector. Okay. So now got the queue manager. I also need to call this over here. Spawn. Cool. In here. Yeah, that's right. Photon bolt. I'm just gonna check. Bolt. Why is this showing the code? Maybe that's how it is. Yeah, it's actually because this is one of our projects. Like we don't have much time to work. Like we have a limited amount of time, and networking is pretty time consuming. So this has actually saved us a lot of time. Not having to worry about all the annoying things about networking, and it's really easy and simple to use as well. It has like, oh, there should be a rip. Yeah. If I can find a prefab. Yes, so Photon Bolt has its own script there. Yeah, it is. No, 179 and 380. So, I'm not sure which one's 381. Is that a games major? Okay, so the second half of the game project is 380, I'm sure. Interesting. I don't know. I swear it was 380. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, they may have changed it. Who knows? Cause the one I did this semester was 379, and it's yeah. And I think the next one they've put down is 380. Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll have something cool by the end of the year. It's gonna be a lot of work. We still need a little bit of work with our models, but that's not really my area. Let's return the player spawn list here. reason is that when I register, I'm gonna add this object to the player object. So let's make it a little bit. I forgot. What am I doing? Okay. If player, so let's play spawn list. So instead of using this, let's just go if get list player is equal to null. Oops. Yeah. But I need to also just add list is equal to that. Else. Okay. Turn list. Actually, technically I should just be able to go turn list. Yeah, cool. Cool. And now let's go to the put that and have key manager. Oh, that's ugly. Instance set spawn. Cool. It's a little bit messy, but it will do. So here, so we need to now instantiate the object. Just looking for where it's being instantiated. This is being done on its own. I think it might be prefab though. I just don't check. Resources. Oh, here it is. So let's add queue manager as well. And then cool. Yeah, okay, so there's an effect going on as well. I'm just gonna leave that effect out for now. That's the thing that shows up when the spawn happens. And now I just need to register the player. So queue manager. Register. Oops, instance stop register. Player. Player. I'm just gonna add this field as well. It's gonna be the spawn. Spawn. List. Get set. Oops. List. What did I call it? Cool. So now when that's registered, now when that shelf is that item is being bought, we have to tell it. So instead of spawn manager, let's go to queue manager. Instance. Oh, actually, we don't actually need to do that. We just get player queue dot add. Yeah, I think that should be enough to do it. Don't need this here. Let's just comment it out. Let's comment the other one out as well. Just so we keep code. Cool. Player keep add. And now just check that the spawn manager is running. Handle. Option. Try and get going. Yeah, so I imagine this will be a problem, so I'm just gonna do this. If this changes in the middle of a for each, it like flips out and it's just like, yeah. Cool. So player buys an item being added to the queue. The queue counts down with the handle of the this, and then returns a list of monsters, and let's move this out of the loop because it doesn't need to be there, and gets a location of the other team and moves the monster to that position. Cool. And that should happen client side. Cool. I feel like it should work, but no doubt there'll be a bug. There's always a bug somewhere. I'm gonna have to rebuild the server. And also end it. Actually, I can just run it in here. Cool. Run. I feel like I'm forgetting something that is important. We just have to wait for it to load everything as well. It's just like mapping out the user at the moment. For the AI. Takes a bit of time. Cool, it's done. How do I... Oh, let's hope it works. The moment of truth. Alrighty. Oh. Actually, I'm not sure. Okay, so nothing even happened. I'm just gonna wait just to make sure nothing happened. And then I'm gonna start debugging log. Yeah, nothing happened. No monsters anywhere. We'll try again. So what I would assume is that it's being added to the queue, but it's not counting down. And so the monsters aren't hitting 0 on queue time. Let's try. Look. So this list. Timer, monster queue time, monster add, monsters dot remove. Community engine debug log. Timer. Oh, rip. My crawling has got just stopped. Pain. Anyway, is that okay? Cool. Let's look at the timer there. Handle countdown. It's also log the last execution time. So it's like equal there. Time since lost. Elapsed milliseconds. Divided by 1,000. Okay, maybe this coaching isn't even starting. Let's just take a look. Of course, yeah, I know why. So bolt, it's bolting. We need to actually, because we changed the prefab and added that script to it. We needed to actually recompile everything. Where did I put that? Debug log. You don't need these anymore. Cool, that must be the obvious thing that I was feeling like I was missing. I wonder if I changed anything else, I can't remember. Just gonna quickly commit. Cool. Okay. Now let's rerun it. Okay, inspector's gone. Rip. Inspector, come back. Why is that? Okay, there we go. Alright. Just have to wait again and then we can run it. If there's anything else. Okay, good. Alrighty, let's see if it works this time. Okay, nothing even. Oh. Okay, time to debug. Time to log some stuff. Purchasable monster. That's logged that it's putting it into a queue. Just making sure it's on the server side. Adding monster to the queue. Oh, and let us also make sure it's running, so countdown. Let's log in here as well. And then let's go make sure the manage is actually starting. Cool. And cool, cool. And let's make sure that this is running. And let's start that again. Oh, I have a Minecraft still going the other computer, and it's like someone said that they just got stuck. The message is so funny. Okay, still waiting for it to build. Once it builds, we'll get right along. Xara Noxus. Cool. Let's run and see what it does this time. Zara Noxus. Okay, let's see if this works. Sorry. Yeah, so adding this to the queue, but it's not starting up. Okay. For some reason that start method or code user. Actually, let me just make sure. It's kind of hard to read. Okay, so it is starting up. So now the code routine just isn't. Alright, it is running. Okay, it is running. So that's all running. But I don't think the handle was being called, was it? No, the handle's not being pulled, like it's not getting there. So it's getting through. Yeah, it's called Haelroth. It's I'll try if that's spelled. Okay. So it's there. That's working. So I'm thinking maybe it's not going in here. Oh, of course, it's not actually. Watch isn't ever running in there. Of course, that's kind of a bit of a derp if statement. I guess probably what I'm looking for is more of a. Can I do null? Okay, what if I do like? It's okay. The elapsed time would be 0 anyway. It was only really there to just so it wouldn't run on the first run, but it would just be 0 anyway, I guess. Yeah, Facebook's a little bit loud. What if I can mute it? Oh, that just muted everything. I'll mute the guys being noisy. Cool. Okay, so now it should run. More derpiness. So we just wait for it to build again. Okay. Oh. I need to please debug log now as well. I'm not going to change it because if you change it, then it causes a thing to. Okay, it's done. Okay. Oh yeah, it's working now. Getting some cool logs. See if it spawned anything. Nope. Here's another to work out why. So it's counting down. Let's make it a little bit more useful, this message.
Feel so alive. I've never felt this way before. It must be you and I. It's got me thinking
Cool.
about us more. It's these bright lights that put me in a daze, and I can't stop.
Let's delete the other messages that I've got.
Move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes.
Cool. Alrighty, let's build that again. And I think there's another message. Either here. Oh no, I took it. Cool. So gets to there, but then in here, let's see what it does. Temp timer is equal to temp timer take last execution time. guess I didn't check to see if the spawn time was in milliseconds or what. Let's have a look now. So this is where like where I register all the items and monsters. No, it's all in seconds. That's fine. That's good. I think it's done. Yeah, cool. Okay. So it's counting down, counting up. Weird. Why is it doing that? Unless it's like, also read-only. But... Well, not actually setting, it's not actually changing the value. Maybe because of this. Just to make sure. Because I should have been able to do that. Oh, okay, so now it works. Yeah, maybe that was just because it was instruction. Oh, send me something that's good to code to. If you guys have any like music stuff that you guys code to, let me hear it. So let's start the spectre off. Best, the best, the best, the best, the best.
I've got another confession to make.
Nice.
Everyone's got their chains to break, holding you. Were you born to resist?
Okay.
Or be abused? Is someone getting the best, 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 the best.
Now I get the title. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, there we go, now it's counting down. Nice. And it's, holy Jesus. Oh, I've got to remove it from the thing. Oh wow, before it crashes my computer, let's close that. And let's change this music. Yeah, so it's spawning now, but I just forgot to remove the thing. So we need to go up here. Monster. What does that remove temp? Cool. Cool, cool. What happened to the, I lost the... Cool. Yeah, it was going negative because it wasn't being removed. Yeah. Once it goes negative, the idea is, less than or equal to 0, or... Yeah, we'll just remove it from the queue and then add it to the field. And that should work. I think that should work now, like, judging by the last build. I'm gonna put some more music on. Cool.
Was there ever a time when we stood still in the dark, trying to see what we're supposed to feel? Is this
Come on, game. Takes like 40 seconds. There we go. Now it should. Okay. Rip. Then we go to collection modify exception. Rip. One rip at a time. Can I even open? So that's what I'm talking about, like, gotta put that 2 array on the end there, rip. Alright. I'm gonna close that. What did we get? Okay, now. I just need to quickly modify something in my PHP stuff. So, just... Wow, it slows. I need to train this. Let's just have that. Yeah, cool. Let's go back to the game. Yeah, cool, it's done. Come on, spawn! Spawn! Oh yeah, it's spawn! Why the fuck is it in the air? What the fuck? What the fuck? That didn't make any sense. What am I spawning? What the hell? I'm gonna try that again. Shadowless Spear. Next one. If I get this fucking time streak maybe. So this one, 2, 1. Are there 2 there? Okay, that's really weird why it's spawning like dirt. Let's see if there's anything but no. What about another monster? What do they look like? These ones take a bit longer to spawn. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're on holidays at the moment, so it should be good to get going. Why does it do that? Oh, rip. Rip. What is that? What is that? My PHP break. Oh, of course I got it in the wrong spot. Okay. So the monsters are spawning, but it's like they're not doing anything. Like the script on them aren't loading, basically. Yeah, so we're giving a patch spawn monster. Right, so it's all this stuff. That's really nice. I'm gonna do that, use that. So here. All we have to do is spawn manager dot instance dot spawn monster get location other team that should spawn. Let's try that. So that, yeah, it wasn't like instantiating the scripts properly. Alrighty. How good is Alrighty. Let's hope it works this time. Adding monster to the queue. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah, now it's spawning beautifully. Die. Die. Cool. And let's just make sure it's working for the other monsters now. So now I should be able to spawn, say, like 3 big ones consecutively. Whereas before it would take like have to do one and then take the time to do it again. Okay. What kind of stuff? Yeah. Good old Unity though. So I just spawned a heap and they should all spawn roughly at the same time. Yeah, awesome. So that's a different spawn effect that we could potentially use now. Now from this I need to create a monster spawning HUD, which will go down the bottom right and show you the monsters you currently queue. And also need to put them up onto the screen. So there's the little ones. Oh, there's a big one. I need to make also hacks so that I can just hit myself. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, really. I still need to. That was pretty funny. Okay, so there should be a couple big, yeah, there are a couple big ones that are running, okay, weird locations. Yeah, sweet, so the keys are working really nice now. So now I can show you guys just how I would send, so what I'd build a queue as if I'd build the inventory. So everything down the bottom left on the client side is just integers. And then it's just kind of, the server's telling them how much stuff each is having. Wish I got a better idea. Oh, rip. Okay, yeah, so that looks good. Okay, so if we limit the player to say say six months. Is that my computer that's going like? Let's do some. Is that my CPU? What the flip? That doesn't add up to 50. Where's? What is that? Anyway. Okay, so let's make the state. So let's limit the queue to say 8. That's just a random number I pulled off the top of my head. Spawn list limit equals 8. Add if limit. Oh, oops. If monsters dot count is less than limit. Select. Okay, then we'll add it. So let's do that. Oh. So we've limited it to 8, and then what we'll do is we'll have 8. Okay. Yes, with the monster limit. Cool. Okay, so now you have to. I'm gonna commit what we got, and then we can start our next section. Created the asynchronous. How to spell that word? Spawner. Okay. And now we go back to Unity, and so this is how the inventory looks. Oh, rip. The inventory works as an array of quantities, an array of items. So, I think, yeah, an array size of 5. I think that's how big the inventory is on the bottom left. And then each integer in the array represents the item ID, and the quantity is, and then all the indexes align with the quantity. And the quantity is obviously how much of each item is in each slot. So, I'm going to make something similar to this. And to do that, we're just going to create a new object. We'll call it the pending queue, maybe. Yeah, we'll call it pending queue. And then we'll need just, I believe, an array, which would be the monsters. That would be an integer array. Element count of 8, perfect. And only visible by the controller of the player and the owner. Compression, yeah, 255. Cool. So that's pretty much how easy it is for us to set the state of the monster. I mean the queue. And then if we go back to the state of the player now. So these are all the different values that are associated to the player and are set to the client. This is what the client works with. So we need to send them the monster queue now. What did I call it? Pending queue. Maybe I should rename it to monster queue. Oh, the platform, sorry, I didn't see the message. It's a PC, it works with at the moment it can build for PC and Mac. And, Linux as well, but it would just be a desktop game. Desktop multiplayer game. Oh yeah, Windows. Not Android, no Android. Yeah, no, it's just going to stick to the PC, yeah. Or the... So now rename it to Monster Q, and we'll add that to the player state. New property, which is down here. Monster Q is an array. Sorry, it's an object. Actually, technically, we could just make it an array on the state. I might just do that because it saves one whole dot. So let's just do that. Compression. Back this out a bit. Random controller. Monster Q. And I'll just delete this. Yep. Cool. And then now I've got to rebuild, compile everything. And when we go back into the game, I mean the code, it will all reload. And we go to the player object. And so this is the player state, is the state variable here. And we can have a look at the state dot monster Q, and that's all right there for us. Yeah, cool. Now all we need to do is link, say, the player list to the monster Q itself. So to do that, we just think, yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'm just deciding like how I'm gonna show the GUI for down the bottom right. And how I'm gonna interact with the state object from playlist. So I think it might actually be the best option to let's go ahead and a little bit of a mind rip at the moment. I was deciding whether I should make this attached to the player, the way I can interact with the state directly. It might actually be the most convenient way, because that's how I've done the that's how I did the inventory. So the inventory is attached to the player and interacts with the state directly. There is a possibility, although I might leave that job to Jordan maybe, depending on how our workload's going for each of us. So Jordan's the other programmer on our team. But yeah, there is a good possibility that we'll make a shaders for our own game. Yeah. Just whether or not it'll be me or not. That's the question. Um, I'm thinking I'm going to attach to player. It's done, it's got to be attached. Entity behavior. Good. Did you... can you hear me? Yeah, no, so, I believe I'll leave that job to... Well, we'll probably wait and see, but yeah, we will be writing shaders for our game. It just will be depend on who's available to do that, whether it's me or Jordan. Entity, I spelled, is there a U in there? Yeah, there we go. Cool. So if I do it like that, then I might not need to add it directly to the player. I mean, I'll add it to the player, but I might need to register the player. That's what I mean. Okay, so now we have monsters. We have list of purchasable monsters. Right. I think we're gonna have to store the purchasable ID instead of the monster itself. I don't think it actually needs. Yeah. Isn't the tutor of that course the lecturer? I mean, the lecturer of that course the lecturer for our next INV 380? Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm not surprised, not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I've stopped keeping track. Talk myself in, I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. I tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. Now someday I know it'll all turn out.
I'm going to change this to an integer, because that way we can manage. Oh, rip. Rip a day, rip a mic.
I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you come out of nowhere and into my life.
So
I know that we can be so amazing.
I'm just contemplating, because this is going to be on server and client. The client doesn't need the timer. So I might actually Yeah, we have matchmaking server, and that's done on Node, not PHP. So that's at the moment it's just using Amazon free instance, which is pretty good. And eventually what we want to do is we want to put a server up on there as well, so we'd have to host. Yeah, good old Nodey. The way we've designed it at the moment is that if you open up your ports and you port forward and open up your ports, then you can host the server on your computer, and it'll link to the matchmaking server so that anyone can connect to it. Actually. But they can't choose which server to connect to. It's really just the matchmaking server telling them. So I'm gonna have to split this up, I think, just to make it efficient on the client and server. A list. I'm gonna make it an int array because we know a definite size. Let's also make this a constant. What does cheese mean? Oh, it seems to be a flirt. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh. 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 Yeah, wait, was it like if and else just continuously, or was it like what was the limit to the depth of the if? Like you don't really want to go like past like 4 or 5, like at least like 4 if statements deep. Like that should be like, if you go like that, then you probably feel doing something like something could be done differently. You just like got the alcohol out and poured glass, just drinking it and crying at the same time. So because I've changed the structure, we just need to change the way this is going to work now. Oh damn, 60,000 records I've scraped in the past couple hours. If if monsters I is equal to 0. Oh wait. Am I using zeros here? What did I do for the other one? Let's have a look. Storage, item registry. Item set ID. Yeah, okay, so it starts at 1. Mine, I only have INB 380 next semester. And now we'll be taking a full-time job as well, so it's a bit of a rip. Turn I. So that's just getting the next free spot in the array. So int index is equal to next free spot, right? But if the index is not equal to -1, meaning that there's something available, then we can add it. So we're gonna go monsters index compute. I'm doing what's could computing? Ah, clown. Classic. Isn't like that. So I just need to go into the purchasable registry. Purchasable needs to have a private int ID. I need more comments, that's something I'm ripping out at the moment. Thanks, mate. Oh, night. I think I'm gonna head to sleep soon as well. See if I can get this a little bit going before I sleep though. So purchasable. I need a public void set ID. IDs. Oh. So sets the ID in the registry. Oh, you're ripping me. I'm gonna have to have a private static list purchasable list equal to new. List dot add item dot set ID list dot count. Cool. So now we have an ID for the register. an ID for all the purchasable items on the purchasable registry, so we can just go to public purchasable. Oops. Index. Return. List. Index. Cool. So now we have our monster.id, which can be referenced. Yeah, cool. It has a sprite too. If is owner, huh? Entity behavior, entity dot is owner. So that just means it's if it's a server. When they want to do this on the server, only allowed server gets the next available spot in the array. We also want to make one which is private void remove index int index. This is going to shuffle the items in the array because we're using an array rather than a list. Moves the item index. So monsters. In here as well, I'm going to change this to private int-array monsters, but make it a get of the state dot monster queue, right? How do I cast that as an array? What is that? Network array integer. We'll change the type then. Network array integer. Cool. So we want to do this on the server side. If entity dot is owner. We're setting that value. Actually, sorry, we're not going to set that value to 0. What we're setting is the end value in the array to 0. Because we're removing one, therefore it's going to free up one space, right? So, but we have to do that after we've shipped everything across. So for I, int I equals 0, for int I equals index, I is less than limit take 1 I plus plus, because we want to go to 1 before the end, at the very end. I'm going to go monsters I is equal to monsters I is equal to a bit of a break freeze. Monsters I plus 1. That's why we're not going to the end. Otherwise we get an index out of bounds. And that's shifting everything from this way all the way back to this way. And now just change the end value and that will cool. Okay. So now the remove method, because we've got our new function. So we also need to do the same thing for the timers. So um, this one doesn't really matter as much because it's just going to get overwritten. It's just looking for this value, that's all. So technically we don't need it here, but it's just good, I guess, to realize. So remove index, yeah, okay. Oops. What's this doing? Countdown. Okay, so while I is less. So if, now I just need to check if monsters I is equal to 0, then it's reached the end of the array. Because we're keeping it shuffled across to the front. And it's always going to be adding it one after the. So we can just go ahead and turn if it is equal to 0, else time is I is take equal to last execution time. Now that's counting down. And then, how do I? Okay, so now with the available method, we're going to check if. So we can't just loop through them, we have to go through for I to 0, I plus than limit, I plus plus, and then if time is I is less than equal to 0, then that monster is ready to be spawned. But because we're dealing with integers here, oops, so let's just remove that from the index. Remove index. Technically we can call this, I'm just thinking we can move this into in here. Save. Cool. Yeah, so this dot add purchasable registry. So this method doesn't exist yet. but basically what it's gonna do is get the purchasable and so purchasable monster. So he's gonna get a purchasable instance at that index. So let's go ahead and make that. Oh, I have that. What am I talking about? Why is it red? Oh, I must forgot to put static. Cool. And then we go. That's done. So now we just need to do the same thing here. Purchasable monster. Sorry. So here, monsters I is not equal to 0, and I'm gonna make sure the monster's not already been spawned. And the monster actually exists. And we wanna kind of copy this to here. Cool.